you want to go to study in Canada, you have properties or hard assets, okay, and you want to use this hard asset as home ties, okay. Now, how exactly are you going to present this document, okay, for your home ties? One thing you must understand that properties or hard asset can actually be significant, okay, or a significant force, okay, for proving that you have home ties, but you must know how to prepare them very well. Now, you must ensure that one, the properties are yours or the hard assets are yours. Two, you must document how you came about these hard assets, okay. And three, you must document how these assets belong to you and if they are going to be there even after the course of your studies. Okay, I'm going to explain. So if it's a landed property, how did you come about this property? Did you buy the property? Now, if you are saying that you bought the property, okay, that's fine. Now, where is the purchase receipt showing that you bought this property? And does it make economic sense? So the visa officer is simply looking at your bank statement, your salary that you say you've been earning or where you have been working. And they're looking, you say, oh, I'm earning like $300 a month, and then suddenly you bought the property worth of about, let's say, $1,000 or $100,000. Okay, you see that it's not making any economic sense. Okay, so if you say you bought this property, okay, they have to be like a proven economic sense of how you came about to buy this property. Now, you must also document how you came about this property. So if you bought it, okay, where is the purchase deed? Okay, where is the deed of purchase, or the purchase receipt? Okay, when you were buying this property. Okay, now if you inherited this property, okay, who did you inherit it from? Okay, where is the deed of inheritance or deed of conveyance, okay, showing that you inherited this property? Okay, now you must submit all your original documents, but generally C of O must be there or should be there. If you don't have C of O, there should be governor consent, okay, or any of the 6 title documents. Okay, in Nigeria there are about 6 of them. Okay, so the deed of conveyance, okay, must be there or should be there, and then the other things that show that you got this property through inheritance. Now, not just you getting this through inheritance. Now, how did the person that inherit the property from, how did the person get it? So if the person also got it from inheritance, okay, please try to explain, okay, that I got this property from my father and my father bought it, or I got it from my mother and she bought it, or they inherited it from so and so person, and then they passed it on to me. So you have to show like, that kind of a thing, like how you got this property. You also have to show that this property belongs to you. Now, how do you show that? Okay, now they gave you the property. Are there documents that show that you have formally legalized the process of getting this document? Now, you know that every deed of conveyance or every, legal document or property document, okay, those of you that are in the law department or that that in the law industry will be able to help me here. So every legal document that you get has to be approved from the governor's consent. So if you are having a document and then you are giving it to another person, okay, and then you did a deed of conveyance or deed of transfer, okay, generally there should be like a governor's consent on it. Okay, now even if you can't get a governor's consent, there should be like a notarized lawyer, a public notary notarizing that this document has moved from this person to this person. So you have to ensure that you have all those on ground, and then you must ensure that when you are presenting this document that there is clear proof that you have this document, okay, or there's clear proof that you own this property. So presenting the title deed, showing how it has become yours, and showing how you have formally legalized the process to own this property, and then pictures of the property itself. Okay, so picture of the property. Okay, this is a picture of the place where I am, where I own. This is a picture of the place. So gathering all this, and then arranging it in a very nice format, will go very, very, very further to really, really help your application. For hard assets, okay, there are some hard assets that depreciate. Okay, like let's say car assets or things like that. Now you must also show or rental properties. Okay, so you may not have a property, but you may have like a rental property that you are renting the property. Now those things kind of expire, so you must show that, okay, if I'm renting the property, but I've paid my rent for like 5 years, or I've done the lease for like 5 years, and then this property is still going to be in my favor or in my keep or in my authority even after the study. So for people that are doing landed property, they don't really have an issue with this because land is always there, it's physically there, and of course, as they usually say, land really depreciates in value. Now, but for car and the rest, you have to show that even after I travel, this car is going to be here, it's going to be maintained, it's going to be used by my wife, it's going to be used by my siblings, it's going to be used somewhere, it's going to be used for a business, it's not just going to be parked somewhere collecting dust, while I'm not around. And the reason why I am not selling my car or whatever is because after my studies, I'm going to come back to my home country and I intend to continue to use this asset. Okay. Same also for a business. Okay. So if you have a business, okay, you have to show that, well, so after I'm gone, my business is not just going to collapse. Okay. There are going to be people that are going to be actively managing this business. Okay. With pictures of the business place. Okay. This is my business. This is how much we are making in a year. While I'm gone, my business is going to be handled by so and so and so person, who are in the position of so and so. Here are their employee work IDs. Okay, here are pictures of them, in my business, managing my business, that kind of a thing. Okay, so that is how you can show that you actually have hard assets. Okay, three things. Okay, one, how did you come about this asset? Okay, two, okay, prove that the asset actually belongs to you. For business people, the usual business CAC, status report, MEMAT. Okay, now three, okay, prove that even after your studies or after your program, okay, or after your duration in Canada, that this asset are still going to be viable and are still going to be working. For people that have landed property, again, you don't have an issue. Okay, now, but for people that have car assets or business, you have to know how to tackle this. Now, there's something you must know. Okay, there are a lot of people that are applying for Canada visa and they don't really know what they are doing. Okay, they are applying for the visa and they're kind of blind. Okay, they think they are seeing, but forgive me to use the word, they are blind. Okay, now you can help them by liking this video, sharing this video, and subscribing so that the algorithm can reach out to them. Okay, a lot of people come to my channel and they are feeling bad most times because they should have known me before they submitted their first application, which they inadvertently got denied. Okay, but you may be here, you have not submitted, and you are just about to submit. Now, you can like my video and share it so that it can reach out to other people and help them so that they don't fall into these traps that we are just talking about now. Okay, so that's one of the things that you can do. Now, coming back, okay, for people that have those business, assets and car assets, things that depreciate, you must document exactly how, those documents or those assets are going to be handled after you have gone to ensure that they don't depreciate in value that much.